Today on the show, we are here in the fantastically bright and sunny English countryside, and we are going to be talking about the upcoming Titans series, Titans Hunt. So Titans Hunt is probably the series I'm most looking forward to from DC. It's going to be written by one of my favourite writers, Dan Abnett, and should all go according to plan, it should be released October 21st, and it has a very interesting synopsis. Convergence is over, but the ripples are still being felt, especially by a young precog named Lilith. What are these visions she's having of a Teen Titans team the world never knew? And why does she feel compelled to seek out Dick Grayson, Roy Harper, Donna Troy, and an Atlantean named Garth, and warn them about something dark and sinister coming after them? And who are Mal, Nark, Hank Hall, and Dawn Granger? And what is their connection to the others, and to the fate of every soul on Earth? This is the secret history of the Teen Titans. I've seen all over the place, people aren't really sure which Titans team this is being based off of. I can tell you right now that this is being based on the 1960s to the 1970s Teen Titans team. All of these characters, in terms of their code names, were actually introduced during the 1960s to the 1970s Teen Titans teams, or first joined the Teen Titans during this era. Obviously, all of the sidekicks were introduced slightly before then. The one character I actually find most interesting out of this entire lineup is Lilith. Back in the day, she was called Omen. She was obviously just a precog. Now, she was in the New 52, kind of. She was in Scott Lobdell's run. There was a character that went by Omen, but she had totally different powers and had a totally different personality. Now, Lilith is being reintroduced, and I think it might actually be the actual Lilith. Lilith, who died in 2003 alongside Donna Troy. But unlike Donna Troy, she didn't come back alive, she just stayed dead. So is this that same Lilith come back to life, or is it the New 52's unused version of Lilith, and Scott Lobdell's Lilith was just another character? Or was Scott Lobdell's Lilith the same character and she's just going to be forgotten about because screw continuity, hello creativity? I actually find it very interesting that Convergence is also going to be a part of this, because Convergence happened and then it had nothing to do with DC's lineup as soon as it was over. Yeah, it was kind of there, but not much, and now it's actually being used, and it's like, thank God, because that event just wasn't good, but thank God it's being used and it wasn't a waste of all of our times. I mean, seriously, if it was just forgotten about, I'm gonna admit, I would have been a little bit annoyed, because I really just did not like Convergence. Another character that's very, very interesting on this lineup is Dick Grayson, purely because of the recent sales of Grayson. It recently dropped below Lobo, which isn't good, because that puts it very, very close, kind of scratching the sort of cancellation pool, if you will, meaning it might be cancelled as Titans Hunt starts up, meaning Dick Grayson would have to dedicate all of his time to Titans Hunt, and that would reintroduce his character to the mainstream DC universe, and he would stop being on the fringe of the DC universe, which he is currently. I know lots of people out there like Grayson. I'm not the hugest fan of it, but I don't want to see those people get disappointed. I want to see everyone be happy. And obviously, they're doing creativity over continuity at the moment, so maybe there could be just 2 Dick Graysons running about. I mean, they've got 2 Tim Drakes running about, but they weren't from the same continuity anyway, so maybe they'll have 2 Dick Graysons in the same continuity running about, but they're not in the same continuity because it's creativity over continuity, and it's just our job to figure out which one happened first. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this all works out. I would actually like to see Dick Grayson come back as Nightwing or Renegade. If he can't be Nightwing again for a little while, at least let him be Renegade. Because, yeah, everyone knows that Dick Grayson was Nightwing, so it'll make sense for him to come back as a different character. And he has used Renegade as a mantle in the past. So let him use Renegade, and it could be like this combination of his superhero persona and his spy persona, and he could just merge those abilities together. It would make sense. All in all, I'm really, really excited for this series. I definitely think that if you haven't read any of Dan Abnett's work in the past, you definitely should try and look for some of his stuff. I would recommend The New Mutants or his run on the Legion. Both of those were fantastic, and they're good examples of how the Titans should be written.
It's super effective!
Okay guys, that is it for today. So are you excited for Titans Hunt? Please let me know in the comments down below. And also don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more history videos. And also don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, support the show by checking out my Patreon so I can make bigger and better and more history videos. And also don't forget to subscribe to my vlogging channel if you'd like to start your day with me every single day. My name is Faust, this has been Exploring Comics, and it is super effective.